Monster Hunter is an amazing game that speaks to a lot of people on a primal level. The urge to take big weapons and beat giant monsters to death is something so simple yet revolutionary. Monster Hunter in its core is peak perfection, but when it comes to menus and quality of life is where it fails. And that's where the Monster Hunter community provides mods that help you with those issues. Not the mods that takes off Gemma's jacket, because I don't know about you, but it kind of makes more sense because she's always next to the heat, so she must be hella hot. Pun intended. Working next to all the flames. Sorry, I lost myself. Anyway, I'm here with some of the best quality of life mods that will save you so much button pressing and even happy to not see or hear certain things. That just makes you focus on the important things, hunting giant monsters. Before all of that, let's teach you how to set up the mod installing process. Also, please check the description. Head over to nexusmods.com, create an account. Once you're done, click on the search bar and click on the Games tab to then search for Monster Hunter Wilds, and it will take you into the Monster Hunter Wilds mod page. You're looking for RE Framework. You will either see it as a recommended top mod or you'll have to search for it. Download it and you get a zip file, and within it is a .dll file. You need to drop this into your Monster Hunter game directory. So easily search for it via Steam and drop the DLL file into that directory. Once that's done, launch your game once for it to install. When you see this gray menu bar, it means it's installed. You can now open and close this menu by pressing the Insert key on your keyboard. Let your game load into the menu, then close it.
Hey, what you watching?
Now, in your Monster Hunter game directory, you'll see new folders and files. Click on the re2_fw_config.txt file. Once you have it open, press Ctrl F to open the search bar and type in loose file loader, one word. And then you'll see this line, loose file loader _ enabled equals false. Just change that to true, save, and close the text file. And with this, your RE framework setup is done. Now go back to the Nexus Mods main page. Head over to the modding tools section. If you don't see it, search for it under games like you did Monster Hunter Wilds. Once you're in the modding tools page, search for the Fluffy Mod Manager. Download it manually. Once you're done, you'll get another zip file that will contain the mod manager. Create a new folder anywhere on your computer and extract all the contents in that zip file into this new folder. With everything extracted, launch the mod manager and simply search for the game you want to mod. And if it prompts you to update, just do so. And now you're almost set to install mods. One last step, I promise, and that's a dependency mod. A dependency mod is needed for other mods to function. Make your way to the Monster Hunter mod page and search for catlib. Download it manually, drag and drop it directly into your Fluffy Mod Manager, and of course, enable it. You can also manually install some mods by dragging and dropping their .lua files into the RE Framework Autorun folder. Now, let's start with the mod list. First mod is called Pause Meal Out of Battle. Getting free meals and using your ingredients to make good food for your hunter is important. And the worst part is that the meal starts counting down immediately after consumption. So this mod pauses the timer when you're not out there hunting. Number 2, invisible mantles. I like my fashion and I don't want a mantle to ruin it, so it makes all mantles invisible. If you don't want every single mantle to be invisible, you can selectively choose which one you want to show. You want to press the Insert key to open up your RE framework, scroll all the way down to Script Generated UI, and down to the Invisible Mantles tab. Click on that and you can choose which one you want to show, or just keep everything hidden. The choice is yours. Number 3, persistent buff glow removal. Also has to deal with fashion. If you eat or have some sort of buff on you, your character just doesn't stop glowing red or whatever. Well, you can just turn that off, so your fashion remains clean. Number 4, monster Weakness Icon Indicator, a must-have mod to be honest. This reduces the amount of windows you need to navigate to and have the monster's elemental weakness be visible in the menus and maps. So good. Number 5, this is for people suffering from tinnitus or just hate annoying sound effects. Silence Wedge Beetle Chime. You ever enter the training area or somewhere in the map and you just hear that annoying... Yeah, it sounded annoying, right? It did, right? This mod just mutes that completely. Number 6, Map Icon Configurator. This helps you declutter your map so it's not filled with icons that hinder your view of the map. This was in Monster Hunter World. Why is it not here by default? So you get to choose what you want to see. Pressing the Insert key to open the RE framework window, scroll all the way down to Script Generated UI to access the options and turn on what you want to see, as this mod is quite modular. Number 7, auto close the recommendation dialog. You know how my controller players can't open the map, or players that are just annoyed by the constant pop-ups on the sides notifying you, hey, there's a new monster that has this. You want to do it? You gotta do it. Yeah, so this mod just disables all of that. Speaking about skipping things, let's go over the skip mods. Skip intro dialogues. This is personal preference. This skips all the intro logos that show all the studios, etc., etc. And then after all of that, you get into the game's main menus. So this mod just takes you immediately into the game. Faster pop-up messages, reducing the time your pop-up messages are present on the screen. So when you save the game or post a quest, everything is just faster, not having this dialog box in your face for an eternity. Auto skip kill cam, so you don't have to watch the kill cam or even see the prompt to manually skip it. Now this other mod is also personal preference yet again. Auto skip repetitive cutscenes. This skips Gemma's crafting cutscene. Even though Gemma's hot AF, when you're crafting your armor, etc., etc., especially when you get that fashion, yeah, you have to skip everything manually. So this mod just skips all of that for you automatically. Skip pouch replace prompt. Oh, I needed this. Ever pick up materials and your pouch is full and you get a prompt asking you, hey, you want to send this item to your field pouch? And you have to click yes every time. Well, just skip all of that and it automatically does it for you. I don't know why this is not a default option. Auto collect. You never have to go to Nata to click on every single thing to collect your gathered materials. Well, this mod, it automatically gathers everything, even when you're outside in a hunt. It's only for materials. Everything else, like trading, etc., you gotta do on your own. SEIKRET warps to you when called. Oh my god, this is so good. You ever whistled and this bird takes an eternity running to you because he's chilling eating grass somewhere in Antarctica? Well, this gets him to you even faster. Not Elden Ring warping speed, but it removes the travel time of him running to you. Here's one for better coverage of your surroundings. Monster Hunter does have visual clutter, and visual clarity is very important for players. You want to see what's happening on the screen. That's why I highly recommend these two mods: better camera distance and tweak in-game volumetric fogs. Press Insert to open RE Framework and scroll down to Script Generated UI. Better camera distance and tweak the values to your preference. Press Tab while hovering over the bar to type in more accurate values. And then make sure to save, otherwise if you relaunch the game without saving, the preferences will reset. Same thing for tweak volumetric fog. You can tweak the ambient light and how far the fog is. This is great for visual clarity and easier on your machine. Unfortunately, you're still stuck with the horrible camera when you're pinned up against the wall or when a monster is just towering over you. You can't do anything about that. Hopefully modders can find a way to fix this, or Capcom themselves decide to work on it. And these are the quality of life mods that I use. Otherwise, everything else is cosmetic, like reshade or some weapon skins. Check the description for the mods. These mods do not affect anyone else when you're playing in co-op. They're only for you. Whenever the game gets a new patch or an update, please be sure to check for the updated versions of the mods. Because if you do use an older version of the mod, the game might not launch, or it might randomly crash, so be sure to check for updates. Anyway folks, that has been it for me. I do hope you enjoyed and learned something from this video. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe for more content, streams, and so much more. Do refer to the description. Thanks for watching, and as always, a peace. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.